Yeah, I think that's the third game in a row where he's really played very solid. And tonight, he probably took another step. But Syracuse played well. Florida State played well defensively and continuous effort on the glass, bothering shots. And then his skill was there, and I really liked. I thought he and Kihei were terrific. All game, minus Kihei's free throws. He was good. But Jay, everybody chipped in at different times. This was at times it was Braxton, Momedy, Thomas, Cody, the guys that were in there. But specifically Jay, he really gave us a lift, rim protecting. And as I said to the guys, they played better, but they have to continue to keep trying to play better and eliminate, not totally, but cut down some of the mistakes. I mean, we built a nice lead, and their defenses can confuse you, but I thought we executed well and made it hard for the most part, but there certainly were some lapses. You didn't ask about that, so I won't have to go on.
Okay. Hootie, and then Bennett.
Honest to God, I don't read the papers. I don't get in that, so I didn't even know he does. He has such a load on his plate. He has to do so much, and I think at times he's played like a warrior and remarkable. And of course, there's times that he hasn't played his best, but he's got to do that. So that stuff matters not to me. You know what they say about stuff like that, and this is. It's a load on him that some guys have been thrust into spots that probably we weren't planning on. So, as I said, that is one of the absolute best things for Kihei's game and his future to have a load on him. You better have big shoulders, and I thought he was tough tonight, as were other guys. So good to see him play, but people want to criticize, go for it.
Bennett, and then Doug.
Yeah, at times good, and at times not good. I mean, at times we got beat off the dribble, got back cut, gave up some offensive rebounds, and there was enough breakdowns that they got back in the game. But when we were back and sound, they went to some different stuff in the second half and made some plays. But they had some costly turnovers, unforced errors. As we did at the end, we were good in the first half. But defensively, it was. It held us in there and was good enough, but needs to get better.
Okay. Doug, and then Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, we work hard, we prepare. As they say, life and death is in the power of the tongue, and you got to look at stuff and be real about where we're struggling, but be positive and encourage and say, you're so close. In all three of those losses, we had chances to win, and we haven't learned how to win yet at a high level. Now today, we won. It wasn't great, and we faltered a little bit, and the wheels were wobbling, but we won. This team, it's all new to them for the most part. The spots that the few returners are in, this is new to be in that spot, as I mentioned about Kihei, Momedy, Jay Braxton. And then the other guys have never been in the spot. So it's learning how to do that. So I thought there was going to be some struggles, and I think the guys they're laying it on the line. At times you feel things. I don't know, maybe they hear certain things, whatever, but you just want to win. And there's a level of expectation that, rightly so, wrongly so, that this program has developed. So that's a lot on guys who are in new experiences. And again, best thing for them, if they can keep their head. But it's our job as a staff to keep coaching and stay encouraged and not be too affected one way or the other.
Jeff, and then we'll take one in the back left.
Yeah. His ending, yeah, I thought he did some really good things. No, he really did all game. And I know he's frustrated with a couple of the turnovers and misses at the end of the game where we could have, salted it away, and it would have been not quite that close. But hey, it looks like it could be, it was one of those games. So, but I thought he made some good, tough drives. He had a hard job guarding DeVoe. DeVoe's been playing really well, and so we just tried to tell him to be a roadblock, spread out, get in a stance, keep him in front. And I thought he did a good job because at times when DeVoe gets going or their guards are quick, they're hard to keep in front. So I was happy when he came up. He had a man's rebound, just a big-time rebound at one point. And, you know, I don't know how many rebounds he had. He had 3 offensive and 6 rebounds. So was pleased. His ending, I know, was, you know, not where he wanted to be or I did, but we'll clean that up.
Okay. Back left.
Sure. Yeah, I think, you know, we probably had our best team ever at UVA coming back. That was the plan. We build our team to have experience. And because those guys played so great and were so remarkable, the opportunities presented themselves to go. And then we had 2 guys that were upperclassmen that either transferred or one's not playing. So our whole upperclassmen, that's how we've built our program. So with that part being gone, I knew from a team standpoint our inexperience was going to be challenging. And everybody we play, you know, you got the defending national champ coming in, and that's not the team that was coming back. But that's good, but it's challenging. And I think our guys feel that at times, and that's all part of it, and they got to learn to play with it. Now, as far as the experience of doing it and all that, so blessed, so thankful for what I learned. But you learn so much through the successful ones, and then, you know, sometimes these struggles, you kind of learn, and it keeps you humble. It sure does. But you're thankful, but I know it's a lot on these guys, and you get everybody's best punch as far as that goes. But it's I think it'll be good for their careers. And like I said, they're not taking that banner down, but that's last year's team, and that team is not here except for a couple guys. So you keep building it, and now we got to get some maturity in our program and build it up again.
Okay, we'll take one final one in the back.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been loose with the ball, and it's hard. You know, there's certain areas you have to control to win games. We just tried to be active with our hands. At times we trapped, you know, if the ball went in the post, or tried to be good on ball screen defense because their guards are so good if they get downhill. And so for the most part, when we, you know, corral them or bounce the ball handlers off ball screens, you know, with our length, that bothered some things that way. So it wasn't anything specific. We try to do what we do, but just really be active with our length and our hands. And that's anytime we can get transition points off of a turnover, we're always searching for ways to get more.
Okay, thanks, Tony.
Yep.